Thank you everyone for joining us today for our Hosiered Noah Con Deep Stretch. I'm in much need of a deep stretch and I'm ready to get into it. We're gonna start by just taking a few deep breaths. Finding that mat, finding that space in your living room, in your garage, wherever you are, and just getting nice and comfortable. Hands are gonna be down at our sides, toes are pointed forward, slight bend in the knees. We're gonna be standing nice and tall today. Taking a nice deep breath in through your nose, holding it at the top before you exhale and release. Today we're going to really focus on releasing tension, releasing any stiffness, tightness that we find in our body. So we'll be holding our poses a little bit longer today. Taking nice deep breaths in through our noses and out through our mouth. Making sure that we're sitting nice and tall, we're engaging that core, we're letting go any tension that our body is holding. If you find yourself gripping your hands together too tight, go ahead and release those. Nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. We're going to go ahead and bring it into the mountain pose. So our feet are going to be in a standing neutral position. Toes are facing forward, about hip width apart. Hands are going to go down by our sides. Palms are going to be facing forward. Our arms are going to be straight, but our hands are going to be a little bit outside of the hips. We'll be facing forward. Our shoulders are going to stay nice and relaxed. Standing nice and tall, chest is proud, facing forward. Chin is not touching chest, but in a nice neutral stance. Having that line from our head down our spine. We're finding our zen, finding our little relaxation spot. Taking this time to think about all of the parts of our body. How are we feeling today? Doing a body scan, analyzing our body from our toes to our head. We're going to add some gentle rocking in for rock the boat. Hands are going to still remain facing forward. Palms are facing forward, fingers outstretched. We're going to go ahead and transfer our weight over to our right leg, slightly lifting up our left leg off the floor. Our legs are going to remain straight.
I'm sorry, Annalise. I'm really
Yes.
struggling to hear you. Are we standing, sitting, or lying?
Standing.
Okay.
So standing nice and tall, we're going to go ahead and shift all of our weight to our right leg. Bringing our shoulder down towards the floor a little bit. Now we're going to go ahead and transfer our weight across to the left. So we're having a nice little star, like jumping jack motion here, but we're just transferring that weight right to left. Hands are staying outstretched, right and left. And just transferring our weight from left leg, holding it, and to the right leg and holding it. Engage that core the whole time. Keep rocking the boat, right and left. You'll feel your core being engaged as you are rocking nice and slow. Transferring that weight right and left. We're strengthening our knees, our ankles, our core, all of our stabilizing muscles in our glutes. And go ahead and relax. Shake those arms out and drop them down by your sides. We're going to bring it up into our neck. So we're going to go ahead and do some neck tilts or neck circles, dropping our chin down towards our chest. We're going to go ahead and roll our head to the right, dropping our right ear to meet our right shoulder. They don't have to touch. We will only want to stretch until we feel the stretch on the left-hand side of our neck. And when you're ready, go ahead and roll your chin back to the center of your chest, bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. So we're doing half circles with our head, stretching out our neck, taking them at a pace that's right for you. Feeling that stretch through the back side of your neck, the sides of your neck. And relax. We're gonna go ahead and bring it into the shoulders. We're gonna do some shoulder circles, bringing our shoulders up towards our ears, slowly rolling them forward, dropping them down to the floor, back behind us, back up again, and forward. Nice and slow, really letting out all that tension in any of the spots, any knots you might have, any tightness, soreness, aching. We're getting that out today. We like to hold a lot of our tension and stress in our traps, and this is a good time to release all that tension. Nice forward shoulder circles. And go ahead and reverse directions, bringing our shoulders up towards our ears, back behind us, dropping them down, pushing them forward and back up again for our backward shoulder circles. Kind of deepen that stretch every circle we can. And shaking our arms out. We're gonna go ahead and bring it to a cross-body arm stretch. Our right arm is gonna come across our body. We're gonna pull it in closer with our left arm, stretching out that right shoulder. And we're just gonna hold it here for a few seconds. Option here to introduce your hand into some wrist circles, nice and gentle. So your right arm is held into your chest and it's extended out to the left. While it's extended out, go ahead and do a few wrist circles. Few in one direction, few in the other. Go ahead and switch arms, bringing that left arm across our body, hugging it in closer to our chest with our right arm, stretching out that left shoulder, and introducing some wrist circles to that left arm as well. We're going to switch back to our right arm. Hold it here for a few seconds. Maybe we're able to pull it a little bit deeper into that stretch than we were before. And switch one more time, bring that left arm across to the right. We'll do it nice and quick here since we already got that deep stretch in. All right, shaking our arms out. Next, we're gonna be doing a chest opening stretch. There's two ways of doing this. First option, hands are gonna go behind your back and you're gonna interlace your fingers, holding your hands, and then you're gonna push your hands down, bringing your shoulders back. You're gonna be opening up your chest that way. If this hurts or does not feel good for your body, you can go ahead and bring your arms out into a T formation and just pull your arms back, opening up your chest that way. Either option is great. We're just gonna sit here. We're gonna take nice deep breaths in through our nose, out through our mouth, deepening that stretch, really opening up that chest. When you're taking those deep breaths in, you're feeling your lungs fill with air, opening up that rib cage, stretching out that chest. You can add gentle rocking in back and forth on your legs if you need. We're just trying to keep that chest open as we're taking those deep breaths in and out. And shake those arms on out. Next up is going to be a standing quad stretch. Feel free to use a wall if you need. I do like to assist myself with a wall to add more stabilization. With our right leg, we're going to go ahead and bend our leg, bringing our heel to our glute. And we're going to grab our foot with our right hand, feeling that stretch on the top of our right quad. If you're not feeling that stretch as deep as you would like it, option here is to push that knee down and back and push your hips forward. When you push your hips forward, you'll really feel that stretch. Do it nice and gentle and slow because we don't want to pull anything. We just want to stretch to where we're comfortable and getting a nice deep stretch. Let me know if that music is too loud or needs to be adjusted. Holding it here for a few more seconds. Go ahead and release and switch legs. If you're using the wall, your right hand is now going to be touching the wall. We're going to go ahead and bend our left foot, bringing our heel towards our glute, grabbing our foot with our left hand, and then pushing our hips forward, stretching out the top of our left quad. Every breath, trying to push a little bit deeper into that stretch as you can and as feels good. Go ahead and lower that leg. We'll be stretching out our IT bands by standing. So we're gonna go ahead, standing in a neutral position, our toes are facing forward. We're gonna bring our left leg up and across our right leg. So now our legs are crossed. They're not touching, there's a little bit of space in between them. With our left foot over our right, we're gonna reach our right hand up overhead and lean to the left, pushing our right hip out to the right, stretching out that IT band. Option to put your left hand on your hip to really emphasize pushing that hip out to the right.
So is our left leg straight?
It has a slight bend in it, so that way you can, our right leg is gonna be more straight than our left.
And where is it crossing?
Our crossing right in front of you. So we're just bringing that left leg in front of our right. So our legs are crossed. Both toes are still facing forward. So our right leg's gonna be a little bit more straight because we're putting our weight on our right leg a little bit more. And then we're gonna push it out.
We're crossing at the ankles, Annalise?
Yes, crossing at the ankles and knees.
Okay.
Yep. And we're gonna go ahead and switch.
How do you not touch your legs if you're
Your legs
crossing
can
at
touch
the
together,
ankles?
your feet aren't gonna touch together. We don't wanna have our feet touching. So we're gonna switch sides now, bringing our right leg across our left in front of it. Our legs are touching, but our feet are separated. We don't want to keep them touching, but if they do touch, that's okay. We're gonna push our left hip out to the left. Left arm is gonna come up overhead and go to the right, kind of like a side bend on the top, with our legs crossed in underneath of us.
Annalise, where do our hands go when we're doing the stretch?
Yeah. Our left arm is coming up overhead and reaching towards the right, like we're doing a side bend. And our right arm is just gonna either dangle down towards on the outside of our hip, or it can be rested on your hip as well.
Okay.
So we're doing a side bend on the upper portion of our body and with a cross in front of it with our lower body. We're gonna go ahead and bring it into Warrior 1 and Warrior 2. So to start, we're gonna go ahead and step forward with our right leg. Our left leg is gonna be behind us. We're gonna try to get our left heel to stay on the floor. It's okay if it does not. And we're gonna bring both of our arms up overhead, wrists in line with our shoulders, palms are facing each other. You're gonna add a slight bend in that lead foot, which is your right leg, a nice little bend in it. Kind of like a lunge, but not as deep. Arms are extended up overhead. Option 2, for your back leg, if you need more stability, to bring your toes angled out to the left, providing more stability. We're gonna bring this into Warrior 2, bringing our chest open to the left, keeping our legs in the same formation. Our arms are gonna go into a T formation. Right arm is over top of right leg, left arm is back behind us over left leg, but we're still facing forward to where our right leg is pointing. Arms are in a T formation, legs are staying the same. We're opening up our chest, we're opening up our hips. Feel free to shake out those arms at any point that you need and put them right back into that warrior position. And relax, shaking out those arms. Now we're gonna do it on the left side. We're gonna go ahead and step our left foot forward, a nice big step in front of us. Our right leg behind us, our toes are angled out to the right. We have a slight bend in our right knee, or our left knee, excuse me. Our right leg is straight. Our arms are extended up overhead, wrists in line with shoulders. Straight up, palms facing each other, fingertips up towards the sky, sinking into that lunge forward for Warrior 1. Bringing it into Warrior 2, arms are now in T formation. Left arm is forward, right arm is back, opening up our chest to the right. And release. We're gonna go ahead and shake those arms out. We're gonna go ahead and bring it into the world's greatest stretch. So we're gonna go ahead and kneel to start. We're kneeling tall. Our right knee is gonna come out in front of us like we're lunging all the way at the bottom. Our left hand is gonna go on the outside or on the inside of our right foot. So arm is down underneath of our shoulder. We're gonna go ahead and bring our right arm up overhead, opening our chest to the right. twisting with our body, facing that right knee.
So our left knee is on the ground, correct?
Correct. Yes.
And our left hand is where?
Underneath of our left shoulder, in line with our left knee, but next to our right foot. We're doing kind of like a deep lunge, but opening up our chest to the right. And we're gonna go ahead and switch. So kneeling nice and tall, our right knee is gonna remain where we're at. Left leg is gonna come out in front of us, bending 90 degrees into that lunge. Our right arm is gonna bend, we're gonna bend forward. Our right hand is gonna go in line with our left foot. Our hand is gonna remain under our shoulder. We're gonna open up our chest to the left, bringing that left arm up overhead. We're kind of in that T arm formation with one hand on the floor, the other in the sky. And release. We're gonna go ahead and do low lunge into a half split on the right hand side. So kneeling nice and tall, we're gonna bring our right leg forward into that 90 degree. We're gonna go ahead and push our hips forward, sinking into that lunge. Our left knee is gonna remain back where we were. Knee is on the ground, right knee is in the air. Pushing our hips forward, sinking deep into that right lunge, that right low lunge. My left shin is on the floor, providing support. Hands are on the hips or they are down on either side of our right foot, whatever you prefer. If you need more stability, hands on the floor is the way to go. It also provides a little bit deeper of a stretch. Rocking our hips back, bringing our hips towards our left ankle that's on the floor. Hands are on either side of our right leg. Chest is still low. We're gonna bring our hips back, keeping our right leg straight. Toes are up to the ceiling, kind of like we're hurdling in the top of a hurdle, but we are rocking our hips back, stretching out the back side of our right leg. Right leg is straight. We are
If
bent.
I get too low, it bothers my knee replacements. Can I be up more on my left knee?
Absolutely, you can. You're just wanting to feel that stretch on the back side of that right leg. So if there's another stretch that gets that for you too, feel free to do that as well.
No, if I'm up more, I'm good.
Okay. And we're gonna go ahead and switch and do the same thing on the left side. Right knee, or sit kneeling nice and tall, bringing that left leg forward. Now our left leg's at 90 degrees, bent. Our right shin is on the ground. We're gonna push those hips forward, sinking deeper towards that into that left leg. Hands on either side of our left foot for support or on our hips. Chest, we're trying to bring our chest to our leg, resting our chest on our leg. So we really want to get as deep into that stretch as we can. Feeling it in our hips, our glutes, our hip flexors in front on the right hip here. And go ahead and bring those hips back towards our right ankle. Hands on either side of our left leg. trying to keep that left leg straight, so we're feeling that stretch on the back side of our left leg. And release. We're gonna go ahead and go into child's pose. Our knees sitting nice and tall kneeling position. We're gonna go ahead and put our knees wider than our hips. Sit back on our heels. Walk our hands forward. Bring our chest down to the floor. Chin is going to tuck into our chest. Feeling that stretch in our upper lats, our shoulders. And we're just gonna hold it here for a little bit. Making sure that we're taking nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, trying to sink a little bit deeper into that stretch, walking our hands forward when we get too comfortable. Bringing it into a tabletop position, knees underneath of our hips, hands underneath of our shoulders. We're gonna go ahead and do some cat-cows. On the inhale, we are bringing our spine up towards the sky, rounding out our spine, bringing our chin down to our chest, trying to be as tall as we can. On the exhale, we are pushing our belly button to the ground, rounding our back, rounding our spine the opposite way. Our head is gonna come up, and then we're gonna switch. Inhale, deep breath in, spine drives towards the sky, rounding that spine. And exhaling, pushing that belly button to the floor and head rising. Go ahead and go through these at your own pace. We'll be doing them for a little bit. This is good for spine mobility. Stretching out our backs, our cores. We're gonna sit back, giving our wrists a little bit of a break from that tabletop position. Go ahead and give yourself a few circles. Wrist circles here, just getting some blood flowing back to them, taking that pressure off. Going back into that tabletop position, we're gonna go ahead and thread the needle. So hands are underneath of our shoulders, knees underneath of our hips. We're gonna go ahead and take our right hand and put it in between that space that our hand and our knee created on the left side, dropping our right shoulder down to the floor. We are gonna be facing the left. We're gonna hold it here, applying a little bit of pressure to that shoulder so that's on the floor, so we can feel that stretch through that shoulder, a nice spinal twist here. Keeping our shins on the floor, knees on the floor. We're gonna hold it here. Going back in that tabletop position, we're gonna do the same thing, but on the left side, taking that right or left arm, driving it in between that right hand and right knee space, dropping our left shoulder down to the floor. Right arm is staying bent. Our bottoms are staying up in the air, and we're stretching out that left shoulder. If you don't feel the stretch, go ahead and push your bottom back a little bit towards your heels, and you'll be able to feel that stretch. And coming out of it, we're gonna go back into that tabletop position. We're gonna bring our toes to the floor. So instead of having our feet flat on the floor, we're gonna bring our toes to the floor, and we're gonna bring our bottom up towards the sky, going into downward dog. So arms are straight, bottoms in the air, chin is coming tucked in towards our chest. We're trying to get our feet flat on the floor, so we're driving those heels down to the floor by pushing our hands and pushing our head through our arms. Feeling that stretch all through the back side of our legs. And lowering back to the floor. We're gonna go ahead and lay down on our stomachs, legs extended back behind us. We're gonna go ahead and put our hands underneath of our shoulders. So if my forehead is resting on the floor, I want my hands to be where underneath of my shoulders. From here, we're gonna push our elbows into our body, so we don't want them wide, we want them nice and narrow. So we're tucking those elbows in, squeezing our upper body with them. And we're gonna go ahead and lift our head off the floor as far as we can. We're gonna apply a little bit of pressure into the floor, just rounding out the top of that spine. So this is gonna be Cobra. We're only pushing as far as feels good. We don't want this to add strain to our back, but we're stretching out that lower spine all the way through that upper spine, bringing our chest and our shoulders up off the floor, facing forward. We're just gonna hold it here for a few seconds. I'm not very far up off the floor. I don't have a lot of that mobility in that upper spine. So
Do you want our arms straight or bent?
our arms are bent, so we want to have our hands underneath of where our shoulders would be, so our elbows are going to be bent, tucked in. You can, if you would like to extend those arms straight, you're more than welcome to. That is the progression. So we're really rounding out that whole spine. We don't want to apply too much pressure to our spine, so we're going to go ahead and relax out of that one. We're going to roll over and we're going to sit on our bottoms with our legs extended out in front of us, flat on the floor. We're sitting nice and tall. We're going to go ahead and do a seated forward fold, bringing both of our hands down towards our ankles, tucking in our chin to our chest, stretching out the back sides of our legs, and a nice seated forward fold. Taking a nice deep breath in and exhaling, seeing if we can push a little bit deeper into that stretch. And relaxing. Now it is time that we can lay on our backs, lowering all the way down to the floor. Head is rested comfortably on the floor. We're trying to keep our spine touching the floor the whole way down. We're going to start by bringing both of our knees into our chest, and we're going to give them a nice big hug, wrapping our arms around our shins, bringing those knees into our chest, feeling that stretch. Nice little gentle hug. And we're just gonna hold it here to start. Bringing both of our legs out straight. We're gonna go ahead and bring one knee back in. I'm starting on the right hand side. Left leg is gonna stay extended out. We're trying to keep it flat on the floor the whole time. Bringing that right knee into our chest and holding it with our arms. Feeling that stretch on the back side of that right leg and the hamstring. Really lengthening out that left leg. That way we can stretch out that hip flexor as well. Option here to add in ankle circles with the leg that is brought up to your chest. And switch. Bringing that right leg straight back out, resting on the floor, bringing that left knee in towards our chest, pulling it nice and close with our arms. Extending that right leg when it's out straight, we're stretching out the top hip flexor there. So really fighting to keep it out straight. Feel free to add the ankle circles in to that left leg as it is tucked into your chest. And release. We're gonna go ahead and bend both of our knees, keeping our feet flat on the floor. We're gonna bring it into either a pigeon or figure four, whatever you're used to it being called. So we're gonna go ahead and bend our right leg, bringing our knee out wide, resting our shin or our ankle on our left thigh. So we're bent here in a figure four or a pigeon. My arms are gonna go through that little four that I made, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab the backside of my left thigh, bringing it closer to my chest. When I do this, I feel that stretch on the outside of my right glute. So we're lying back doing a figure four or a pigeon. Really trying to keep that right knee out wide to the right. We don't want to let it fall in. We want to keep it out wide. Only pulling in as close to our chest as feels good, not painful. And switch. We're going to cross our left leg across our right knee. Our left ankle is around our thigh area. Go ahead and put your arm through that, left arm through that hole, right arm behind that hamstring and pull it in close. You may notice one side being a little bit more tight than the other. That's okay, just give it a little extra tension. Holding it, stretching it out a little bit after as well. And go ahead and lower. We're gonna go ahead and bring our right leg up straight. We're gonna stretch out the backside of our hamstrings by grabbing our calf. Our left leg is remaining flat and straight on the floor. We're gonna go ahead, grab our calf or behind our knee, pulling that right leg closer to our body, feeling that stretch through our hamstring. And lower, grabbing that left leg, bringing it straight up in the air, pulling it back by the calf or behind that hamstring, feeling that stretch through the backside of our left leg. And relax. We're gonna go ahead and bring it into happy baby. So we're gonna bring both of our knees towards our chest, but we're gonna bring them out wide. The bottoms of our feet are gonna face the ceiling, and we're gonna grab the bottoms of our feet with our hands. So we're pushing those knees outside of our shoulders or outside of our midsection, and we're gonna go ahead and just try to hold it here. You can hold on the outside of your foot or the inside. My arms are a little too short, so I have to grab from the inside. And release, bringing our feet back down to the floor. We're gonna have our knees bent. We're gonna go ahead and do it's called the butterfly. It's a little different than what you typically would associate with the butterfly. So our knees are bent, our back is flat on the floor. We're gonna go ahead and bring our hands up behind our ears, and our elbows are gonna stay flat on the floor. Kind of like we were in the starting position of a sit-up or some sort of crunch. And we're gonna go ahead and bend our elbows, bringing them in towards each other, and then lowering them back down. So we're stretching out our scaps in our back here, bringing our elbows close together, and then opening them back down towards the floor. Stretching out that upper back.
And when our elbows come close together, are they in front of us?
Correct, yes, they're in front of us. Going back and forth between opening and closing our elbows like our butterfly wings. And relax. We're gonna go ahead and just do the corpse position or just full body relax here. So our legs are gonna extend out in front of us straight. Hands are down on the floor, palms can be up, whatever you would like. We're just lying down on the floor here for a few minutes. Taking nice deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. You can close your eyes. You can take this time to reflect on anything that you need. Do a body scan if you'd like. Extend those arms up overhead, point those toes, try to lengthen your body as much as you can. Really trying to get your toes and your hands away from each other as much as you possibly can, feeling that stretch throughout your whole body, lengthening that spine, those legs, your arms. ahead and release. We're going to bring it into some windshield wipers, bending those knees again. This time when we're going to have our knees bent, we're going to go ahead and have our feet touching and our knees touching as well. Hands out wide in a T formation, but flat on the floor, palms down. Drop both of our knees together to the right, bringing them up and over down to the left. Just to go ahead and switch back and forth between the right and the left with both of our knees touching. Adding in a little gentle spine mobility. Go ahead and slowly come to a seated position. We're gonna go into a traditional butterfly here. So our feet, the soles of our feet are gonna be touching each other and our knees are gonna be out wide, right and left. You're gonna go ahead and interlace your fingers around your toes and put those elbows on your knees. You're trying to go ahead and stretch out the inside of those legs. So if you need to apply any pressure to your knees to lower them a little bit to get deeper into that stretch, do so. If not, that's totally okay too. Go ahead and extend those legs straight out in front of you for another forward fold on our way back to a standing. We're gonna go ahead and reach those legs out in front of us. Bring our hands down towards our feet, stretching out our spine as well as the back sides of our legs. You may notice that you're able to get a little bit deeper than the first time, as we've been able to stretch a little bit more. Moving back to tabletop. On the next step to get up, we're gonna go ahead and do a few cat-cows, knees underneath of our hips, hands down on the floor, underneath of our shoulders. Deep breath in, spine goes up towards the sky, chin comes into chest. Exhale, pushing that belly button towards the floor, head comes up. And switch at your own pace, we'll do a few here. And slowly come to standing. Go ahead and reach that right arm up overhead, bending at the elbow, bringing that palm to the back of your head or your spine. Go ahead and grab that elbow with the left arm, pulling it a little bit deeper into that stretch, stretching out the backside of your right arm. And switch. Left arm bends. Grab that elbow with the right arm, pulling in deeper into the stretch. And release when you're ready. The last thing we're gonna do is 3 deep breaths. We're gonna bring our hands down to our sides, palms are facing forward. Deep breath in, hands go out wide on the way up to the top. Breathing in for 4 seconds, holding at the top for 4 seconds. Exhaling for 8. Pulling our hands back down towards our sides, back down to the floor within that 8 seconds. Nice deep breath in through our nose. Hands go up. Holding at the top for 4. Exhaling for 8. Hands go out wide to their sides, up overhead. Deep breath in for 4, holding at the top for 4. And exhaling.